Hey guys, welcome to our very episode 2 of the Chaos Kit. So, before we get into the actual stuff, I just wanna say a phrase, you know, because we are currently Gen Zs and our generation has kind of like taken the word friendship, quite lightly. But because every individual has their own different experiences every single day, do you think that we truly know the real meaning of friendship anymore?
That's such a good one, Bhavya. Today we have someone with us who is not just a great friend to us, but also someone who truly values friendships and is literally the calm to our chaos. She is also the one who is absolute definition of being a beautiful inside out person. So we introduce to you guys our first ever guest on this podcast, drum rolls. Zara! Zara, say hi!
Oh my God, guys. I feel so special. Thank you so
Uh,
much for
I
having me,
mean,
guys. I'm really
I
excited, not
mean,
gonna lie. I'm so excited.
yeah. I really loved that line, the calm to our chaos, because I think that is so true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. No, it's calm because you guys are also there, and it's chaotic because you guys are also there. And that's what I call a balanced friendship. But I'm really looking forward to our conversation tonight.
Yeah,
So,
same here, same here.
Wow. That
yeah.
is actually so beautifully put. I'm impressed already.
Okay, so as you know, last episode we ended with this question: what if loyalty is low key overrated when the vibes are off? And I feel like all of us present over here and people who are listening can probably relate to this, right? So Zara, I want to ask you about what how do you feel about this thing? Like do you think loyalty is actually overrated?
I feel is, of course, loyalty should be there in every aspect of life. But when anything gets overrated, I will not term it as loyalty. I will start terming it as self sacrifice. Why? Because, of course, I cannot say that loyalty should not be there in any relationship or any friendship because that's a very important thing. But the moment you start feeling that any friendship or relationship has become draining to you, it's a self sacrifice where you are putting your own needs and values at the back just to keep the other person happy. So this is not loyalty. This is not the definition of loyalty.
I think I really agree on that.
Yeah. Wow. Like that was so, I think it opened my eye. Like that was actually so well put. Like I didn't really think of it in that way.
Because these terms love, loyalty, respect are very big words in my eyes. So when any situation that kind of disrespects such words, or you see that these words are not taken for their actual value, the whole thing changes. It's not there. So me saying that, oh, loyalty is overrated, I'm going to put it as loyalty should be there, but once it turns into self-sacrifice, then you should be out. It's There's no loyalty from your side or from the other person's side. Yeah,
Agreed.
this is
Like
how
Yeah,
I would
that
like to.
is,
yeah. No, you know how the saying goes, like you cannot clap with just one hand, which is so true in this situation also because obviously it doesn't go one-sided. It just doesn't come only from my side or only from the other person's side. It has to be from both sides. Only then it completely works out.
yeah,
True, so true.
definitely. And when we're talking about uh coming from two sides, I think certain times when friendships are more towards one side and the other individual feels, oh, it's not really coming. from her side, it's only coming from my side.
Hmm.
I think that's the point where communication becomes super, super, super important, because that's the way you're going to communicate into, again, rebuilding that pyramid of friendship again.
I agree. That's very true. Again, one more heavy word, communication, which so many people don't understand. It's just not, conveying your feelings and needs. It's also understanding what the other person's needs and feelings are, which
Yeah,
in this generation, not gonna lie, or in these friendships, you don't see it. You don't see it.
it's very rare these days. It's very rare. Yeah,
Plus, I think people have taken communication to such a new level, because it's not just a simple hi, hello anymore. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's more of a, why didn't you tell me?
So
Why is
true.
it so hard to tell us?
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's more like, if I tell you, will you understand it? And I
Exactly.
and I think when that question pops up, that's when you know it. Again, it's a self-sacrifice, like Zara said.
So true. So true. And I think that's also when you know that it's time to move. That is basically
Yeah,
saying it's time to, you have outgrown that friendship.
Yeah,
so true.
basically when you sense something is off and when you know the vibes are off, even when things are not said out loud, you can just tell. And I'm pretty sure it's not just a girl thing, the gut that they say. It's genuinely a human thing to feel that some vibes are just off and it's not the same person they were like few days or few weeks, few months ago. So obviously there's a comparison that is coming in between, which kind of like gives you a scale to judge. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah. I
Yeah,
get that.
that is so true.
Also, like showing up. Like, I feel like showing up for your friends is so important.
Very important.
I think showing up is what we can define it as the bare minimum of friendship. And we don't
Absolutely.
like, for me, showing up does not mean, oh, you need to show up right then and there, with me, beside me. But it's just simply, it can be a simple normal text, it can be just a few words of encouragement that, oh, I am there for you, I hope you're doing well, if there's anything disturbing you, please let me know, I'm always there for you, share it with me. It's just as simple as that.
Agree.
I agree. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like that person is physically standing beside you. It could just be moral support, and that's more than enough.
Exactly what I
True.
was, yeah,
Yeah.
trying to say.
That's so true. Because it gets very easy when two people are in the same room. It's very easy to be kind and show good gestures. But when distance comes,
Hmm.
that's your real test. That's when you
Yeah,
have to put the effort, you have to put the time. And somebody who's genuine and true to you, it's not going to be draining for them to put efforts or time in, you know, fulfilling that friendship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that is so true, because particularly it would come from the heart, it would come from within.
Very true.
So that's why it's not going to be draining, or it's not going to be a burden or an obligation.
Yeah, like it doesn't has to be a force. Like I shouldn't be forcing myself to literally text a person and um trying to show up for them when in heart I feel like I don't really want to. I mean, it goes the other way around also. Like people can't just force. If you don't show up, then you're drifting apart.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
It's a
And
two-way street
you,
again.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's always been that.
And when we talk about vibes as well, like, everyone has different definition of vibes. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Because sometimes when people say, oh, the vibes are off, it's like a totally different meaning than, the general, oh, the vibes seem off,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. Because people feel it in a different manner, then, because every individual is again different.
Yeah, you experience things differently every day with everyone. So you can't really compare.
True.
Yeah, and it's sometimes more of like with some people you really do experience a very good vibe or a very good energy, and with some people you don't. And I think that's okay. And people really need to understand that
Yeah,
because for
Absolutely.
s- because for some people out there it's more of like, oh, everyone vibes with everyone, everyone's energy is good with everyone, and they just live in that assumption.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
that's so true.
Yeah, you know the saying
But
it
yeah.
really says that you cannot be you will be villain in someone's story, right? You can't be just the main character of everyone's story.
Yeah,
That is true.
100%.
We need to come in terms with that. We need to understand it's okay. And what Bhavya said, that many people don't understand that. For
Mhm.
them, it's taken as something very offensive. That why is this person now, vibing with me?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they don't look at that. Look at, okay, maybe this person is not meant for me, or maybe this person is not meant to be in a friendship with me. If we kind of take it in a good way, it's very easy to avoid conflicts, arguments, or that kind of feeling where, you're comparing that, oh, everybody else is my friend. Why can she or he not be my friend?
That's so true.
I think it's particularly also because sometimes even when the vibes are not vibing or the vibes are off, like we say in a Gen Z slang, people still tend to um get in those friendships.
Oh, it's so
And
true. Yeah.
again, that's like that's honestly just putting yourself like in this pit of like, I don't know how to say it, but it's
No, I do understand where you're coming from. If I
yeah.
talk about myself, when I was in my teens, well, I still am growing into an adult, but when I was at the age of 19 to 20, this was one thing that I used to always do, where when I knew that vibes were off with the other person, I still used to invite them into my life. When I grew up, I understood that your priorities change, your way of looking at things change. So I need to get I need to understand that if the vibe is off from somebody, I will push away myself from that situation. Because if I would be in that situation, I would need to shrink or filter my thoughts while being in that friendship or relationship also. And that becomes draining. And
Yeah,
over time, it kind of messes up with your mental health as well.
Oh my God, I couldn't agree more.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. That was so
So
nice.
this is one thing
Whoever,
I've learned
mhm,
growing up, that
yeah,
it's not necessary to stay or invite people you don't want to be with. It's okay.
Yeah.
yeah, that summed up so well. That was so well summed up, Zara. Honestly, amazing.
Okay, so well, we could always talk about this. It's a never-ending topic. We thought, Zara, we could include a fun segment today. Yeah. And
Okay.
this segment is called red flag or green flag in a friendship. So what we're gonna
Wow.
do is we're gonna read out some situations or case scenarios, I would say, and I'm not saying just you, but like all three of us will say if it's a green flag or a red flag, according to you. Because obviously, different opinions. Yeah? Ready?
All right. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm so ready.
Okay. So the first one is you tell a friend that you're burnt out and you need some space, but they get offended and take it personally. Do you think it's a green flag, red flag, or a beige
Oh,
flag?
that's an absolute red flag. Firstly, I
Yeah,
don't believe in a beige flag because some situations are actually black and white, and sometimes it goes in the gray area.
Agree.
But this situation is a red flag because. But do you want me to explain why?
Up to you.
yeah, sure. Go for it.
Okay, why I feel like that is because, again, I'm gonna throw a big word: understanding.
Mhm.
Any ship, friendship, relationship, whatever the ship is,
Yeah.
understanding is a very, very big thing. And when you are trying to communicate your feelings to other person and they take it as an offense, you were never at the right place from the beginning. Because no person who kind of feels good about you, or feels genuine about the friendship or relationship you're in, they will sit and actually give you the space and time because they don't want to lose you. When I'm saying lose you, is like lose you to the situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the other person
Yeah.
should be willing and must be willing to let you have the time and space.
Yeah, fully
Wow.
agree. I think, yeah, for me also, it's definitely a red flag because, like, in a friendship, there has to be freedom and you need to trust each other. So, like, if I'm saying that I'm actually burnt out, okay, even if burnt out is a very, very big word, even if I'm saying that, okay, today I'm tired, or, I'm not in a mood, I don't have the energy to have a conversation or something, and I need some space, I need some personal time. I feel like it's coming from my side. It's my situation. It's an issue that I'm dealing with myself right now. So there's nothing for you to be offended or taking it personally. So
True.
definitely
True.
red
True.
flag for me.
Yeah. Even for me, it's a red flag. And I think you both have like summed it up so nicely because, again, understanding it's such an understatement, it's a big word. And instead of assumptions, I wish these are little things people would understand.
Definitely.
True.
We have few more. Okay. Second. So every time you hang out, they bring up something embarrassing about you, or something embarrassing that you did years ago, and laugh about it even when you said that it kind of makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, that is a red flag for me.
Same here. It's a red
Yeah.
flag for me because actually, this has happened to me quite a few times back.
Really?
Yeah, a few years back when I was in school, and I did not like it at all. But I think the one thing I regret the most about that part is I never called it out, thinking they were my friends and they would feel bad if I say it to them. But at the end of the day, understood that they shouldn't be feeling bad about telling something uncomfortable or something that makes you feel so off.
Yeah,
It should be something that should be called out, and they should accept it that it is their mistake and they should apologize. So if they don't understand that part and if they don't apologize, I think that itself is like the biggest sign that these are not your real friends.
agree. Yeah.
True. Yeah, I agree with that. Respect is very important.
It's a red flag. Definitely one of a red flag because, like, sometimes you're not comfortable with things, and even if they keep bringing it out again and again, it's just giving you more signs and more, how do I say, more reasons to you know decrease your interactions with them, because, like, if it's at the end of the day, it's all about you also, right? Like, if you are not comfortable, then it should
What's
be
the point?
exactly. In a
Yeah.
friendship, it's all
Agreed.
about being transparent, being comfortable with each other.
Okay. Moving on to the third one.
Mhm.
You've grown apart and don't talk daily. But when you reconnect, it's like nothing really changed. And there is zero guilt that is thrown in. So, green or red?
Definitely green.
Oh yeah, that's a green flag for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And I think I've actually experienced it once I've come to university,
Mhm.
that it's like fine if you don't talk every day because at the end of the day, if you come back and you reconnect, like it, it was the last thing we talked. I think that's the best thing ever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I kind of call these friendships a healthy friendship because it doesn't have to, again, there's no force, right? you leave conversation wherever it was, and when you start the next conversation, it shouldn't feel like there's a gap between. It should feel like you're talking every day.
Yeah, I agree to that part.
We have a few more. Okay. They share something that you told them in confidence because they wanted to get another perspective to help you.
Oh, no way. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If I elaborate on this, secrets between friendships is one of the most special thing,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
when you're sharing something to a very close person of yours, firstly, you don't even bring up the question that, oh, don't tell this to anybody, because you know how genuine that friendship is. You know that, oh, this person will not tell anybody. But if that person goes out to get another perspective, that's not a thing for me. You don't need to get another perspective when I told you something in confidence.
That is so true.
Wow. Like when I was, when you spoke the phrase, I actually, I didn't really understand it fully. So I was gonna say, guys, it's a beige flag for me until like Zara elaborated it, and I was like,
That makes
oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that makes so much sense. It's a red flag, definitely.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, we have one last, and then we'll move on.
Okay.
So you tell them about your new goals and some of the lifestyle changes that you've had, and they are equally as excited as you are.
Absolute green flag.
So it's
That's what I
That's a
call healthy.
green
that's a
forest.
green forest.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
That's
like
the
those
that's one of
friendships.
the best feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's genuinely so nice. Like, you're happy for my happy moments. Like, what better?
Exactly.
Honestly.
So true. One of the best feelings when you tell your friends that, oh, I'm achieving this in life, and they are more happy than you are. They're like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. That's like one of the best feelings you can have.
Yeah,
And not gonna lie, it doesn't come with many people. At least for me, it just comes with a handful of people I know where they're genuinely happy for me. Because
yeah,
again, now in this generation, there's only jealousy. There's only, oh, how did she or he get that kind of,
yeah.
friendships. I'm out of those.
I agree.
Yeah,
And like, to be honest,
that
like,
is so true.
past few years, I touch wood, I have really gained friends that I can really count on. And like, people I'm proud to be calling my close friends. Like, it's such a great feeling when I say that I can literally count my close friends on my fingertips, like literally 5 to 6 of them. That's such a great feeling to say that.
You know,
Such.
they were right when they said quality over quantity, because
Oh,
at the end of the day,
absolutely.
at the end of the day, it's maybe those handful of friends that are going to be through hell and back for you, with you, supporting you, rather than those entire population of friends who don't even want to listen what you want to say to them. So
Yeah,
Damn, you
I
put that in
think,
a good way.
yeah.
Wow.
It's like I know a lot of people, but I'm friends with very few.
Yeah.
There's a big
yes.
difference in that also.
Yes.
And I think uh, at the end of the day, I also want to say I'm quite grateful. I'm actually very grateful, not quite. I'm very, very, very grateful to each one of them, because it's like such a good feeling to the heart, that wow, there are people actually who want to see me grow, and they want to see me out there. They want to cheer for me
Yeah,
rather than just sitting back and just, being like, oh, nah.
yeah. Like, would you rather
Yeah.
like watch my success in silence or like literally come and celebrate my happy moments? I would always choose a second option. And
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And honestly, for all the real ones out there, again, it comes from the within.
it,
You don't have to force it. You don't have to um It's not a burden, it's not an obligation. These actions, they come from within yourself.
So true. Wow, it's going deep, guys. Actually introspecting now.
Yeah, very intellectual. Okay, so we've talked about few scenarios in this segment. Now, Zara, I actually want to know more about, okay, it might sound like a very, very huge topic, but yeah, okay. I want to know what you think about values in a friendship, because everyone has like different definition of value in a friendship.
I associate values with boundaries in friendship, if I put it in these words. It's, see, everyone has different values, right? We all are not the same.
Yeah.
But when we are together, one thing that honors both of us is the boundary we keep. That, okay, you will not disrespect my value, I will not disrespect your values. So when anybody in a friendship sets a boundary, the good side feels like, okay, yes, we need to respect it, but the other side feels like we're pushing them away, you know.
True.
And not gonna lie, actually, unfortunately, I should say that many people, they kind of benefit from these boundaries because, they start feeling rejected. What I mean by that is like they start thinking that you're pushing them away if I am setting a boundary.
Mm-hmm.
But again, boundaries are not like, like a wall between a friendship. It's more like kind of like a protection, because at the end of the day, if somebody is disrespecting your values, you're going to be like, why? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
So to reach to that point, just set a boundary that, okay, I'm not going to cross that boundary where I'm not going to disrespect your values and principles or where you come from, and vice versa.
Exactly.
This is for your own protection, for your own peace, for your own mental, emotional health. That's it.
Yeah. I 100% actually, I 200% agree on that. And that is because, values actually build the frameworks of friendships when we think about it in that way. And, sometimes we, again, like Zara said, we might have different values, the other individual might have different values. But Zara, I want to ask you this. Don't you
Yeah.
think when we have a certain value, we might expect the person in the front, to have the same value? And this causes like an expectation from a certain side. So, like, doesn't that also cause like a drifting apart or like, you know, outgrowing those people?
Okay. The biggest thing in this is when you start expecting, of course, you should expect. I'm not going to say don't expect in any friendship, but you know how you said that you come from a value and then you start expecting that others have the value. Why don't you from the start go for a person who has the same value to avoid conflicts? It's something that you are doing. What I'm trying to say here is, if you want to avoid, or if you want somebody who has the same principles or values, you go for somebody who has them. But if you go for somebody who has different values and principles, do not expect them to change it, because at the end of the day, it's special to them and it's special to you. Your values are special to you, their values are special to them.
Yeah.
That's where understanding comes. But if you want
Mhm.
somebody who want to align to your values, go for the person who is on that page. Why would you go to somebody else's book and put in your page? Nobody's going to allow that. It's their book, they wrote it. If you want the same page or you want the same writing, you go find that book which has the similar writing. So it kind of
Wow.
goes with, how I say is, you're putting yourself in that conflict, which can be
Wow.
avoided. Yeah.
I really wish, people understood this because a lot of people they just put up an excuse that they're immature, but these are not even the big stuff out there. It's the basic stuff. It's again the bare minimum, you know.
So
This
true.
is unspoken values that should just be understood in between two people, three people, four people, or how many ever friendships, again, relationships you have. Now that we look at it in that perspective, I think I really hope it reaches out there and people really understand what you just said.
Yeah.
So,
No, that was a lovely take. I love that, Zara.
now that we have touched a bit on values and we have touched a bit on expectations, I think the main problem most of the friendships have, again, like I said, expectations. They do somewhere, what I believe is they do somewhere like cause a drifting apart, because that's what kind of happened with me a few years back as well. Hmm, I had it was basically these people saying, "Oh, it's the bare minimum," and I remember that I was being continuously told to keep on sharing something again and again and again. And what I came to realize after all these experiences and being in um, university as well is that sometimes with the right people, sharing becomes easy. You know, it's not something that needs to be told to come out of. It just comes out of you in a very uh, smooth manner.
Yeah, it should be natural.
And it's always with the people that make you comfortable while you're telling them, because it makes you want to tell them. You know what I mean? And
True.
it's not about forcing. But when these things started coming, I realized I truly felt like I was being attacked, not gonna lie. But I slowly came to realize that maybe this type of friendship was not meant for me. Because again, we didn't share the same values. I wanted someone who would understand that, and they didn't get someone who understood them. So because it was such a clash from both ways, it kind of didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean,
So
Yeah.
I think these are small experiences.
yeah, I see how, like, building expectations, like, for your friends can genuinely cause, like, outgrowing, Like, for example, if I have a certain amount of expectations from a close one, I would want them to, like, complete those expectations. I don't know how to put it in that way, but then at the same time, if that person is not able to fulfill those expectations, I would get hurt, right? And it's a very
True.
genuine thing.
Yeah,
And being hurt, and then you're trying to communicate stuff, and when basically when you guys are not and in the same boat, that genuinely causes, like, drifting between you guys.
So
yeah.
true. I agree with that part. They say you can love someone deeply but still walk away. What does that mean? It's that, when any friendship stops making you feel um, true to yourself, you can't be true to them, you just have to walk away.
Yeah.
There's no point in trying to change that friendship when the friend doesn't want to be changed. That's a very like a common line people use, but that's the truth. You can't change them. You can't put if they are not reciprocating what you expect, and you have communicated several times that, oh, I want this, and they still can't reciprocate it. At the end you have to walk away because it's hurting you also.
Yeah, definitely. And,
Wow,
like,
that
there's
is so
no
nicely
point,
put.
like, staying in those kind of friendships because it's very unhealthy. It's unhealthy. It's damaging your mental health, and there's no point.
So true. Yeah, I agree.
And honestly, in this type of situations, really the best thing to do is walk away. Choose your peace over
People.
those people.
Yeah, I agree on
I
that.
agree.
Yeah, it's very important.
But yeah, 100%. But these are like some unhealthy expectations. But there are also like some healthy expectations. Zara, do you have some healthy expectations that you can tell us?
Oh, okay. Wow. In a friendship, I want the other person to understand where I'm coming from. How we discussed in one of our topics, where, you know, when I'm telling them that I'm trying to communicate that, oh, this behavior was not very good to me, or I felt like it was not good. Instead of them lashing on to me saying that, oh, this is what you always think, or this is, or, that excuse that this is just me. Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that at all.
Oh my
that's who
God,
I am.
yes.
I just.
Same.
What do you mean?
Exactly. And when I'm like communicating, okay, there's one thing I will never go with the fact that, okay, the other person should understand where I'm coming from without me telling them. Fine, I will give them the benefit of the doubt by going to them and be like, oh, friend, this, I did not like your behavior towards me. If they're able to understand that, it's something very good. And this is something I do expect in any friendship or relationship, that they know where I'm coming from. And this is always on, again, the quality of friendship you make. They know you,
Yes.
friends know you. Oh, okay, I am being like that because so and so is happening. So they know where you're coming from and they respect that. So this is one of the like biggest expectation I always want in a healthy relationship or a friendship. Other
I
than that, I think it's
I think,
boundaries.
oh yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, these two will be my top. What about you guys?
For me, it's definitely sometimes taking accountability of your actions.
That's a good one.
One of the things that I really go by is communicating what you feel and for the other person to comprehend that. Like if I'm just simply saying out words to you and you're not understanding, you're not understanding my point of view, what's the point? What is the point? I could just go to a random person and talk about something, even if they're not my friends. What's the difference, literally, what's the difference between me going out to strangers, saying my things to them, versus me reaching out to my own friends and saying the same things? If they don't understand, they're equal to as my strangers, right?
Absolutely.
You know,
There is no
Shubhi, I
difference
would
then.
exactly. And Shubhi, I would really like to add on to that
Mhm.
because it's not just normally in friendships, but it's also in the fights we have as friends. You know,
Yeah.
when there are fights between a friendship, and because I've experienced this personally, I really, really despise it when people are in that angry state and they're just clouded with so much anger that they're not willing to listen.
Oh my God.
Because for me, it's very much like there are two sides of the story again. And when you are asking something out of anger, I want you to also hear what I'm trying to explain and say. Because at the end of the day, again, there's a difference between justification and an explanation. And nobody's here to justify their actions unless what they have done is wrong. But again, there's always an explanation to give. And when people don't really want to listen to that explanation because they're clouded with so much anger and so much of arrogance and ego inside of them,
Mm.
I really, really despise it because then it's like you're not listening to my side and there's a bunch of assumptions happening. And you know what really icks me out even more is that when people a few months later or a few years later or just even a few days later come to realize what they've done and they just suddenly are acting out so normal again,
Yeah.
I just think of it like, why?
Honestly, for me,
You are
that's
the one.
disrespect.
Yes,
That's a
exactly. To
huge
sum it up.
disrespect because you're not, first of all, owning up to what you did, and then you're acting like everything is fine. Well, no, that's not the case.
I
Yeah,
agree.
that is
Yeah.
so true. Wow, that was really insightful, actually. I think it's a great session because,
Yeah,
we are all kind of just giving out our opinions, our stories, and to really put it out there, I think that is an amazing thing.
So true.
I think today's episode unfolded quite a lot, and I thoroughly enjoyed the conversations. I
Same here.
enjoy talking about this. I love this topic, and I can talk about it forever. I'm sure you guys can too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I think it's a never-ending topic.
it is
There
never
are so
ending.
many
So
views,
yeah,
there's so many opinions.
yeah,
But again, when you get the right opinions and when you're mature enough, I think you're good to go.
definitely.
Very true.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
true.
loyalty is like cool and it's nice to have. But definitely, if the vibes are off and the values are not aligning, personally, I'm not staying loyal. Then I'm staying sane. I will leave. After all my life's experiences, one thing I've learned is to leave. The moment you feel something is off, either talk about it and clear it all out. If not, you see there's a lack in other person's effort, then leave. Just leave. That's the best you can do.
You know,
That's true.
yes. And there's a saying that goes, if one door closes, another one always opens up. And
Yeah,
it's always for something better.
it's
So
always better.
go chase that door, guys.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Like everything happens for a reason. It is so
So
true.
true.
Like it either teaches you a small thing or it teaches you a big life lesson. I'm so all in.
Absolutely. I agree.
Agreed.
I agree. And there's one more thing I'd say that real friends, they stick around no matter what. No
Exactly.
matter what.
I was
Yeah.
thinking the exact same thing.
That's
Wow.
almost the end of our episode 2. Thank you so much, Zara.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, we loved it.
Really a good mind opening episode, even though I was speaking, but it was kind of like an introspection also on how better you can be as a person, as a friend, as a wife, as a girlfriend, whatever your position is in somebody else's life. Anything healthy should respect three things. I'll just end by saying this, that is the boundaries, respect the accountability, like how Bhavya said, and respect if you have started to outgrow, because priorities shift over time. Yeah,
Oh, they do.
that's
Very
it. I
much
will
well
stop
said.
here.
Period.
That was lovely. So, well, guys, here is one interesting thing that I would like to leave you guys thinking on. What if you're not even tired of your friends? Hear me out. What if you're not even tired of your friends, but you're just overwhelmed with the internet advice that tells you like how you should feel about everything, right?
Whoa, that is deep.
Can't wait to hear that episode.
Yeah, definitely. So, everyone out there also, look out for us in the next episode, which is coming to you guys very, very soon. And stick around and follow for more. See you guys in the next episode.
Yay.